The boys
are back
with another video.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are y'all ready for this?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Bowling with the Boys podcast. As you guys know, we are here to give you your news, notes, who to sit, who to pick up, who to play. So let's get into it. We're going to be talking about finally a coach that got fired that everybody's been, talking about since last season?
Yeah, I mean, it's about time. However, they look really, really stupid now.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and hop into the news. First thing I'm going to talk about, Colts, man. Colts. You guys got to do something on defense. You got to bring somebody in. You got to bring a veteran in, a pro. I mean,
we're supposed to have a good defense already. Our offense wasn't what we thought was good in Indy. It was the defense.
Yeah, especially with a certain player, Tony Brown, the cornerback. He gave up 7 for 7 on receptions and targets.
Yeah.
Which totaled out to 187 yards.
That guy's got to go.
Like, why are we still playing him? Gus Bradley, what are you doing, dude? Like, seriously, you need to figure something out. Chris Ballard, what are you doing? Trade deadline's over now. So what, you're hoping for next draft to pick up somebody like Juju?
Right.
I mean,
too late.
So hopefully they can figure something out. Hopefully Brents can come back soon. I did see that he didn't practice already. He probably won't practice this week at all. So that's going to be another downfall. Who do we got? Carolina. I think I seen some fans talking about, like, if we lose to Frank Wright in Carolina, I'm done for the season.
I mean, Bryce Young ain't been looking good, but Jonathan Mingo had a decent game. Adam Thielen's been popping off every once in a while this year. They got some solid games they put out. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened.
I don't know. I feel like we could hold them at this game, but after that, they really got to settle down and pick their players and who they're going to play.
I mean, I hope we can hold them. After what the Saints did to us, I don't know. Alvin Kamara's back, though, and he's a dog, so.
Yeah. And then, who was it? What's his name? Rashid Shaheed?
Yep.
Looked really great. So
again, yeah, he's one of those guys.
Like I said, our cornerbacks just aren't it. I mean, if your name isn't Juju or Kenny Moore, then you're just not good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like the Colts shouldn't have got rid of Gilmore. I feel like they should have kept him for another year. I feel like they shouldn't even have released Isaiah Rodgers. Should have just kept him with his suspension.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I think Isaiah Rodgers would have been better than who we got back there right now. I mean,
definitely. And then, like, if you had Gilmore, then you had Gilmore, Kenny, and then Juju. I feel like the cornerback situation would be taken care of.
Where'd Gilmore go, though?
To Dallas.
Is he healthy right now?
Yeah.
Well, what do you know? I don't know.
So, there's that. So, yeah, coming up this week, Colts, you got to figure out your defense situation. I do know Zaire was dealing with a knee injury, but he kept playing through it. So, we'll see. Make sure if you guys have IDP players, you watch for that.
Yep.
Next thing, man, I hate to say this just because my quarterback, 49ers, went from undefeated to getting defeated.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think's going on there? Is it the Debo situation? Is it because he ain't got Debo? My boy Brady, our cameraman Brady, he's talking about his Debo's the reason why.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I don't really know exactly what the problem is. I can tell you it's not McCaffrey. Debo's out. His health has always been a problem for him. But Brock Purdy also ain't been looking the same the past couple weeks. So I think it's a little bit of a mix of all of it. And then you got the defense as well, which they just got Chase.
Yeah, I was going to bring it up. Yeah, so I can jump to that. Chase Young, Nick Bosa, they played together at Ohio State. Man, that edge rushing is probably going to be something wild if Chase Young can stay healthy for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's going to be scary for
that defense. That defense has definitely beefed up now.
Any quarterback that plays against the 49ers is going to have to be watching both sides of their back. So, whatever way you're facing, I mean, you might have somebody coming your way on the other side. So
I can see it now. You're going to try to take off to the right and then see Bosa turn around, and then there's just Chase already.
Yeah.
So, since we already talked about some trades, Montez Sweat from the Commanders got traded to the Bears. So, I don't know what the Commanders are doing getting rid of their defensive line.
I mean, yeah, I don't know, because right now their defensive line so far has looked pretty solid throughout this season. I mean, they have more things they definitely need to work on their defense than their defensive line is a good way to put it, I'd say. But I don't understand. I mean, I guess if I looked into like maybe it's cap space or something, we might be able to understand a little bit more. But
yeah, speaking of cap space, I mean, I'm surprised the Niners have enough to get Chase. I mean, you got to think they're paying Fred Warner, Drake Greenlaw, Nick Bosa, Christian McCaffrey, Debo, Ayuk.
Yeah,
I mean, they might have enough room because I know Purdy ain't making $1 million yet.
Yeah,
so.
I was about to say, I was about to ask if you put Brock Purdy on the list there, but
yeah, I know he's just under $1 million. I believe he's only making
like 700.
Oh, is it
1,000?
Yeah,
I think it's crazy. Like compared to what everybody else makes, the starting quarterback's making 700,000 in the league. They're really like screwing that man out of money, but
right.
I
mean, in a way he has, but like right now it ain't looking good. So you want that contract, but you got to start making good plays because he's thrown total of I think 5, 8. I'm not too sure. I know it's
up there.
It's not double digits yet, but on interceptions, he hasn't thrown any double digits yet, but still a lot of games to go.
Yeah, I think part of the reason is he's getting pressured a lot more this season, it looks like, but at the same time, like, you got to be able to.
Well, the other thing is that when I was talking about the Debo situation, with Debo being hurt, I feel like it takes away a lot of him targeting other people because a lot of people would go after, the defense would go after Debo. And then that's why Ayuk would be open with one-on-ones a lot, and now everybody's doubling Ayuk because they ain't got to worry about Debo.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair, but you also got Kittle there. You got McCaffrey, who's good at catching the ball.
Which he's been using Kittle a lot more.
Like, he should have plenty of weapons to ditch the ball off to look to. Even missing Debo Samuels, I mean, he should be able to get it done.
Yeah. Well, since we were talking about defeated now, let's hop over to another game of a big team that got defeated. Kansas City Chiefs loses to Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos. What?
Yeah, I mean,
literally, if somebody would have came up to me the week before and was like, bro, Denver's going to beat the Chiefs, I would have been like, you're crazy.
I don't know what happened that game, in all honesty. I mean, I know that Patrick Mahomes, they said that he wasn't feeling well, and they flashed the camera to his face. You can kind of see it, but other than that,
I mean, if you're not feeling well, then
don't play. Yeah, no kidding.
Like, just don't play. Like, I get it. You know, you want to be there for your team. Well, you want to be there for your team, don't play if you're feeling sick, because then you ain't yourself.
Yeah, like, take a sick day. They don't give you guys PTO or what?
No, they just get PT.
Yeah, no
playtime. But yeah, not everybody. I mean, Kelsey even had a bad game for fantasy points wise. That was pretty low points.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes was under 10.
Wait, he was under 6.
Oh, well, see, there you go. What their kickers look like that game?
That I didn't look at. So, But
That's 9 points.
yeah, and then you got Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos thinking that they're all this and that because they beat the Chiefs now. So way to go, Chiefs. Made them think they're this and that. Now somebody's got to hurt them again. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, congrats to Sean Payton for being able to beat Andy Reid, especially with the Denver Broncos and Russell Wilson. But like, that's not a reoccurring theme. That team is not gonna show up again. Is it this Sunday? No, they're on a bye week, so they actually do got a refresher. But like, that's gonna knock their momentum straight down from the win. They're gonna come back and they're just gonna get their butt whooped, spanked across the field.
Yeah, think so?
Probably. Need to see what a Week 10 matchup is, but
So we're gonna like jump ships from teams winning and all that. We're gonna talk about this guy who got picked up in free agency, played good for this team. I mean, it was decent. And then all of a sudden, they was like, nah, we don't want you no more. And we're talking about Joshua Dobbs, who just got traded to the Minnesota Vikings. Because why? Because Kirk Cousins is out.
that's right.
He tore his Achilles.
Do you know what they traded for Dobbs?
I mean, no, I don't. But I was just like, wow, you really like... So now coming up, you have Clayton Tune possibly starting Week 9 for the Cardinals. But there is a chance, a slim one, Kyler Murray could play.
No.
I mean, I'm biased. I would love to see it. I hope it happens, but down deep, I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be nice to see him suck on the field again just so you can kind of get your closure.
Could you imagine how, frustrated Joshua Dobbs is, though? I'd be mad. I would be so mad, bro. Like, why'd you even bring me here?
I would love it. No. You're crazy. Joshua Dobbs should be mad. He just upgraded from the Cardinals to the freaking Vikings. The Vikings make the playoffs with a questionable quarterback every year. He's a questionable quarterback. He could finally make the playoffs. He wasn't making the playoffs with the Arizona Cardinals.
So, a friend of mine at work, he's a Vikings fan, and he was like, it wouldn't surprise me that the Vikings would mess this up for the draft next year by signing Joshua Dobbs a full contract. And I was like, I could see that happening if Dobbs goes out and balls out with Jefferson, Addison, Hawkinson.
Well, not Jefferson yet.
Not yet, but
still on IR.
I mean, I'm okay with that. With me having Addison on my fantasy team, hey, Jefferson who?
No. You want Jefferson back. As soon as Jefferson comes back, your boy Addison starts popping off overtime.
He has popped off past 2 games without Jefferson.
I know that. But when Jefferson's back, he gets covered way less.
And that's another thing.
Great.
So actually, now that we're digging into this, it actually helps out because Kirk Cousins played with Jefferson so much. That's his target.
Mm-hmm.
Dobbs hasn't played with any of these guys, so he don't have a favorite target.
I was going to say Addison will be that favorite target by the time Jefferson even comes back. Although Jefferson's talent is way too good to ignore.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You're going to have to eventually. I mean, it'll probably still end up switching over.
I see instead of it being like a, what was I thinking, 80-20 split between the two receivers, now probably being like a 60-40. Once Jefferson comes back?
I mean, it was definitely running like a 80-20 to like a 70-30 for while Jefferson was there. But I think you're going to see probably something like a Philly setup, Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown duo.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase and T. Higgins duo. Even though that one's been very, very rocky this year. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, which everybody knows too is going to Tyreek first and then it's Waddle.
Yeah. Which sometimes Hill don't be open.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be a really good defensive back to make sure Hill ain't open.
Or just the wrong play.
that
I've seen them use the wrong play on Hill plenty of times. Little curl hook routes is almost crazy for Tyreek Hill. I don't get that. Don't make sense. I'm like really trying to keep the warmth within my space.
So pretty much it sums up a lot. So now let's get into some frustration parts about this though. Davante Adams, frustrated with the Raiders. If you did not see this game, that man was mad.
I mean, he got one target.
Yeah, fantasy owners, you're probably just as mad as him. Honestly, instead of throwing your helmet, you probably threw your phone.
Hey, my boy who's got Davante Adams in our league, I got a 6 for you if you want to trade him.
Boy has one bad game. I'll give you a 6th-round pick right now for him.
Nah, I mean, in all honesty, I don't know. We might hopefully see that change. I know that everybody has heard that Jimmy G has now been benched and Aiden O'Connell starting. It's a good thing Jimmy G's handsome because the only thing he's got left now is probably a future on TV.
Yeah. Well, it's official that Jimmy G is now sliding into the backup role once again. So expect that to just happen next season. I don't see him being a starter.
Nah, it ain't happening. His time, I think, is probably coming up. And I got to throw this out here just because I was about to just trash Zach Wilson for absolutely no reason. After this season, his time's probably up in the league too, or at least he's going to be back up again. But have you seen Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, he's on the field throwing the ball.
Dude, he's putting pressure
moving
up on
around.
his leg. He's throwing off of his back
You think
leg.
Kirk Cousins is going to hit up Aaron Rodgers?
I think he's going to hit up South America. He's going to go have him a nice little ayahuasca.
So when you was talking
trip.
about change in the Raiders, let's completely talk about change. Number 1, Josh McDaniels is finally fired.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I got to intercept this real quick just because of what I see. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Las Vegas is stupid. Whoever is running their stuff up in the office is stupid. They are now paying a combined $80 million to John Gruden and him to not coach the team. $80 million, dude.
I guess you can do that if you're a billionaire.
That's why they can only afford Davante Adams and Max Crosby. There's another picture. It was like, this is what they look like being on the Vegas Raiders, and it was 2 Bugattis sitting in the driveway of a trailer home. And I was like, you A-Lord.
Yeah. All right, so back to what I was saying. Number 1, to the change. Josh McDaniels is finally fired.
Have they hired somebody?
Nope, they got an intern coach. And I believe it was somebody that already was part of the coaching staff.
Boy.
Number 2, the GM got fired. All of this happened last night, and one of my friends at work was like, bro, could you imagine getting fired while trick-or-treating with your kids?
That's funny.
Number 3.
That's relevant as to when we were recording this, not to when you're watching it. But
Number 3. This happened today. The offensive coach got fired.
well, I mean,
Your head coach,
he threw Davante Adams.
the
in one
GM,
pass.
and the OC all got fired. So you're basically just like, hey, whoever the new offensive coach is going to be like, hey, just go out there and have fun, guys. We're tanking this year. No kidding.
I think
Like instead of players are going to be like, we want such and such from Auburn.
I think in all honesty, depending on how the rest of their schedule looks, though, if Aiden O'Connell can just throw the ball right, it might be hard for them to tank. I mean, they got Devontae Adams and they got Jacoby Myers also. Who's been doing pretty decent.
I mean, even after this year,
last game he didn't do good.
I don't care how well they end. I can see Devontae Adams just walking into the office like, trade me now.
I mean, yeah, but like he can't get
And
traded
Rodgers
this
don't
year.
be on that phone, be like, "Hey, cut my contract a little bit more. Let's go get my boy."
It's gonna be like, hey, you remember how I said I want Lazard?
You remember Randall Cobb? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just send him back.
Get rid of him.
Dalvin Cook, he gone. Because he's already frustrated.
Yeah, they're like, all right, we'll go ahead and get rid of Garrett Wilson too. He's like, hey, whoa.
Did you see that?
That was perfect. No, I was already going with the whoa. So, that was perfect. That's exactly what he's gonna do. Whoa! Don't get rid of my boy.
Yeah. So,
Like,
I don't know.
I'm his aunt.
That is it that I have for news, man. So let's hop into our next segment where my boy Justin is going to talk about some waiver pickups, who to start and who to sit.
Yeah, so in no specific order, neither. This is gonna be kind of casual conversation.
I'm probably gonna get confused.
God.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, let's start him, and he's gonna be like, no, we're sitting this guy.
I mean, so like a lot of people might be worried for running backs because they're scarce this season. They keep getting injured. And if you're the one who owns Christian McCaffrey, he's on a bye week. So, if you need somebody to actually go ahead and start, or you're looking for people to fill in, the people that are the most reliable, unfortunately, are the household names. Josh Jacobs, Alvin Kamara, now that he's been back, he's been consistent week to week, looking like the dog that he is. Last season, he didn't look that good. This season, he looks great. Saquon, as long as he is cleared and promoted to healthy instead of questionable, because he is questionable right now, he's been consistent enough to be a running back too, week to week. And with Daniel Jones as your quarterback, come on now. I mean, he's not going to get much done there. So you're solid there. Same thing with the Jets. Zach Wilson is your quarterback. Breece Hall is a dog.
Absolute start. Like, I mean, if you had to pick, I feel like there's just no option. Like, he's just an absolute starter. Like, you just...
If I had to pick, I mean, it's definitely Breece Hall out of all the guys I've already said every week. Besides maybe Alvin Kamara, now that Derek Carr all bent up out of shape. But
yeah, I don't know. I still take Breece over Kamara.
Yeah, I probably would. You also got DeAndre Swift, who had taken full control of the backfield in Philadelphia. He told Gainwell that was his stuff.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, look, man, sorry you got hurt, but like this is my city now."
Yeah, he's been dogging it out. Which, I mean, like all those guys, depending on how deep your league is, one of them got to be open, bro.
Yeah.
One of them got to be open. But in all honesty, Kenneth Walker's been looking about as average as you could get for a running back 2 this year. He might be on a lot of people's waiver wire pickups if he's available.
So if Kenneth Walker's on your waiver wire pickup, somebody really must have hated him.
No, I mean, like, he ain't been doing that good. And really, depending on how many running backs you play a week, you only need 2.
Yeah, that's true. I tried to play 3 last week, and they screwed me.
See, that's why you don't do that. Play 2 tight ends.
Yeah. Yeah, only if you have Laporta and
Trey
Kelsey.
McBride.
Wow. If we're talking about last week's stats in general, yeah, Trey McBride.
Hey, that man, that was the first week he had full starter, like, he was the starter, and he dogged
I know.
out. He dogged out.
I know.
So,
I don't even know why they started Ertz over him, dude. I liked McBride last season.
yeah, I don't know why they started Ertz as an old cell phone. Neither. That is kind of crazy. But now they can't. So it's his time. Anybody want to trade him in my league? Hit me up. Don't need him. Got Dallas
Let me guess.
Goedert.
You got a 6 for him?
Whoa, I have him, so I'm gonna need like a
Oh,
fourth.
okay. So you're trying to trade him?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I lied. Not a fourth. I need a second.
Watch this dude have a bad game, and then like,
That silence was
I'm
incredible.
like, I'll offer you a 10th after this week if he has a bad game.
Now the one person I can almost indefinitely say, if you are in a 8-person league, possibly even 10-person league, the Rams running back room should be on the waiver wire. And if you're in a pinch and you need somebody, Darrell Henderson should be a very busy body with Stafford probably sitting out in week 9, Brett Rypien starting. With him starting all the
Who?
Brett Rypien.
The back? Oh, he's a backup quarterback.
He's the backup to Matthew Stafford. What's that face
This
for?
whole time I thought it was Stetson Bennett. That was the backup.
Stetson Bennett is third. He might be on the practice squad or the emergency quarterback. I don't know because they made that rule.
I thought this whole time, dude. That's why I was like, "Who are you talking about?"
I was. We need. This is why we need the camera going this way over my shoulder. I'm gonna just sit here and hold the big camera like the football guys on you the whole time, and I'm just gonna interview you for the facial reactions. No, but I mean, in all honesty, I could definitely see Henderson coming up with a good little 15, 16 point week if he's doing really good, and Brett Rypien's
So
got to
since
throw
we're-
to him a lot.
Since we're on the, the whole new segment, I was gonna just say it all, but I didn't want to repeat the title again. Honestly,
You don't remember what I came up with. Me neither.
but I want to know where your head's at on with this segment on Puka Nacua.
Well, I mean, he's questionable right now. And I got in my notes right here that if Brett Rypien starts, all wide receivers become questionable to play, including Cooper Kupp. Because Cooper Kupp has looked terrible the past 2 weeks. I would know. I own him. I was waiting for a while for him to come off of an IR. But I mean, Puka Nacua, in all honesty, I mean, he looks good, but he's also popping questionable, like almost week to week. Almost week to week, I'd like to say.
Jeez.
So, I mean, he's going questionable, coming healthy, playing.
You said what?
Yeah,
Bro,
that's,
they're only doing that because, like, 'cause
don't
of
pick up
hamstring.
any Green Bay running backs
No,
and try to play them to save
I'm gonna
yourself.
say you can pick up Aaron Jones, but give it like another week. Give it another week, and he'll go back to full potential.
Before picking up Aaron Jones, I would probably pick up Justice Hill, the backup for Baltimore, and play him over.
Forget that. Did you see what Gus Edwards did?
I did, but Gus Edwards is not going to be – he's been playing like that week to week. Gus Edwards is almost – I don't even know. But he's up there in the running backs list right now because none of them are doing anything, and all of them are getting injured that are doing something. I mean, like, Raheem Mostert's popping questionable week to week. Devin Akane went on IR. He popped off
Hold on,
a little
hold
bit.
on. I ain't gonna sit here and let you talk about my boy like that. Raheem Mostert. He's got me out of a lot of situations in fantasy. So
I mean, if the shoe fits.
sorry, but my boy has helped me out win some games.
What a guy. Jameer Gibbs helped my opponent win their game last week. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
I need you to win this week. I need you. You're gonna have to let me see your team and like mess with it or something.
moving on to some more questionability. That's fair. Atlanta changed their mind. Desmond Ridder is not the answer. He does not look better than he did last year. And now you got Taylor Heineke starting. In all honesty, with who Atlanta has on their wide receiver core, I think that
Atlanta needs to just figure their whole team out. Honestly,
I think that Heineke's going to do a lot better than Ridder did, though. I think he's going to perform a lot more. Yeah, whatever. A lot better. There we go.
because here's where I'm at. Kyle Pitts. Why haven't you heard about him at all this season?
I mean, yeah, his target share has been down the first half of the season. The second half of the season, he started getting more than John Smith. I know that he stopped.
Oh, I know. After I pick up John Smith after having a good game, all of a sudden Kyle Pitts is now getting more targets.
Right.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Of course, with my luck, I pick up John Smith because I need a tight end, and yet the other guy now gets the more targets.
And I don't think that we see that slow down any with Taylor Heineke.
No, with Taylor, I
coming
feel
in.
like he's going to check down to Pitts a lot.
Yeah.
Over trying to get it to Drake London or who else do they have, honestly?
They got Matt Collins.
I think I seen that Jarvis Landry is there, but he's not a starter.
I don't know about no Jarvis Landry being there. I do know they recently got Justin Jefferson, but he hasn't really. Whoa. Van Jefferson.
Bro, hold on.
I don't know, dude.
Here we go again.
Look,
If you guys seen our last thing, this man thought a GED was a PhD. Now he's saying Justin Jefferson is on the Atlanta Falcons. Justin and Van, dude. Come on.
Justin's in my notes. Van Jefferson is not, but it's in my brain, and
So
we're
you
talking
even
about it
typed
right
it?
now. What?
Or was that like your next talk? Like
No,
next
I
thing?
said Justin Jefferson is in my notes.
Okay.
Van Jefferson was up here, but my eyes just seen Justin as I was trying to speak about it.
Oh
But
man.
he ain't been looking good when he was on the Rams, and he don't look good in Atlanta so far. So we'll have to see if that changes with Taylor Heineke. And I do got a feeling if Drake London does not play, we might see that actually take a little bit of a turn.
Dang, that's wild. Jarvis Landry is a free agent.
He's not in Atlanta. Where'd you see that?
I don't know. I thought I saw
On his
something.
Snapchat story, he was like literally in Atlanta, the location.
I don't know. It was a while ago when I seen something about him in Atlanta. So I don't remember where I seen it.
He's like, no, I think it was back when I was driving to Florida last time. I seen it. He had a sign.
He had a sign that said "Sign me."
Oh, man.
That's crazy though. That Jarvis Landry is a free agent, but Odell's out here playing for Baltimore.
Kinda. But, all right. We're going to move on. We're going to keep it going with the waiver wire pickups real quick before I finish up. Because I got some strong feelings about some people.
Oh yeah.
One, Trey McBride, like I said. I think that he's probably going to continue to pop off after he carried the team pretty well.
Trey McBride deserves a starting role. Like next season, if the Cardinals, if you guys do not start him next season,
Send him
we're
to
gonna
Indy.
have a problem. I'm gonna send a strongly worded email to your front office.
Send him to Cincy. I'd take him in a heartbeat.
I bet you would. Y'all better not do that. I'd be highly upset.
That'd be nice. Irv Smith, sorry, bud.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry, bud.
You guys should have never got rid of Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurst was a dog.
Yeah. I mean, but here we are. That's okay. Anyway, so Trey McBride, you're hurting for tight ends. I doubt that he's been picked up yet, unless, of course, he was picked up within the week.
Mhm.
You know, but
Yeah.
I mean, he's too slow. You got Will Levis.
Well, yeah. Oh man.
Dude, he's taking
This guy.
he's taking the starting spot from Tannehill.
Yeah, Tannehill.
He like snatched it straight from him.
If things don't work out in Minnesota with Joshua Dobbs, expect Tannehill to go to Minnesota.
I thought I was thinking Tannehill was going to Minnesota already.
Has anybody like checked up on Malik Willis? How he feels about this?
He didn't even get a pass. They didn't even get an opportunity in the game. And originally going into the game, they said that they was gonna play it both quarterbacks.
Yeah, they was like, dang, look at this guy. And it was like every
Yeah.
Colts fan too. Dang, we should have got him instead of AR.
No kidding.
But I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see this week. Tomorrow, actually, Thursday night. Was that a fluke? Or is this guy really a baller?
That's fair. Hopefully, it's not a fluke, but at the same time, kind of.
For his
because-
sake, yeah. Hopefully it wasn't a fluke.
Right.
Starts
But
throwing picks at the beginning of the game.
I-
You're about to just see fantasy players just dropping him.
immediately. Oh, man. Which, Derek...
You're done.
Oh, boy. Can you do that? Can you do that?
It ain't trademark, I don't think.
Oh, man. Alright. After Kendrick Bourne went down, Demario Douglas probably next in line for targets in New England.
Yeah.
Mac Jones. I don't know. He's been disappointing.
Let's talk about that game for a minute, because they played the Bills, didn't they?
Yeah. Which,
He was so scared. I was like, dude, you do not have to worry about the Bills. They be struggling.
yeah, not
He
this
said,
year.
We'll get our ass whooped and all that.
Yeah, I was
Dude,
like,
I'm telling you, they suck.
yeah, Josh Allen, dude, like, I don't know what's going on with the Bills, honestly. Like, they were a really good team, and now they're going downhill.
Yeah, no idea. They ain't lost nobody.
No.
They got Damar Hamlin back.
Maybe it's just like that Madden curse.
No kidding.
Yeah.
It took a break, but I'm back now.
Who was on the cover of last Madden? It was Lamar, wasn't it? No, that was 22, I think.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Did
Okay.
I don't think I played the last match. I didn't buy it.
I think that was actually 22. I don't know.
No, it was definitely Tom Brady. Tom Brady retired last year.
See, y'all gonna have to make me look this up. Go ahead, continue to your next name. I'm looking this up.
We're going to keep it going with the waiver wire pickups for quarterbacks. So Will Levi is obviously top one right there right now. He's the rookie that was drafted this year who seems to be...
We're all wrong. We are all wrong.
Smells Garrett.
Definitely not. It was John Madden.
Oh my god.
Now I even feel bad. Like, I shouldn't even play the game anymore. I'm just gonna go throw away everything now. Yeah. Justin over here talking about, oh, it was definitely Tom Brady. He retired.
R.I.P. 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 I just built the club.
Alright, so Will Levis.
Yeah, so you got Will Levis, the most promising starter. Maybe.
I think he was like
Waiver
top,
wire pickup starter.
I was
anyways.
thinking he was like the top guy when you go into your to add players on fantasy. If you guys know what I'm talking about, if not, that's on the Sleeper app. Shout out to Sleeper.
Yeah, actually on Sleeper he's got 599,000.3 599.3K additions. That's what it's.
I think he was like the top trending player to pick up.
Yeah. And so obviously you got Taylor Heineke. If you're hurting.
Yeah, I'm going to say if your quarterback's on bye week like mine.
I was about to say, quarterbacks were going down left and right. So if you're hurting. And honestly, for this week, Jaron Hall is the starter for Minnesota.
I was going to say Sam Howell did really well last week as well. Almost put up 40 points.
Yep. Baker Mayfield also might be available still in a lot of people's leagues. I know he just recently got picked up in ours by
He is
one guy. 4 weeks. Yeah, see,
that's 4 weeks.
I think that transfer's over. I'm not the best at math. But,
Oh, look at you.
people in running back pinches. I got news for you. The Bills know.
I don't know why you picked him up. He just signed with the practice squad, by the way.
Dude, James Cook sucks. And the Bills know. It's not a secret no more.
Bro, James Cook don't suck.
Victoria
They just
Tone.
don't know how to use him.
What?
They don't know how to use him.
Fournette's going to come in there and dog out. That's why I picked him up. And because, I had Kendrick Bourne, who's now on IR. I got Chubb on IR. I don't have 2 IR open slots. Gotta go. Might as well pick my boy up because he's going to come. He's going to learn the playbook. He's going to outperform. And he's going to be on the team. That's why they picked him up week 8 in the middle with 0 of the running backs injured.
I don't know. I mean,
They're all healthy.
I mean, they still don't change my mind that they don't know how to use James Cook.
They better use the absolute legs off of Leonard Fournette.
I mean, they still can, but it still don't change what I said.
You better hope that boy goes somewhere he can prove it. Because right now he looks like his brother in New York.
I mean, that's his fault.
They're
honestly.
twins.
No, that's Davlin's fault for leaving a starting position.
I mean, yeah, he shouldn't have did that, but tough on him. They also suck.
Minnesota's probably going to call the Bills and be like, hey, how you feel about getting rid of James Cook? We had his brother, you know.
Raw. He might go there. He might go there.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Pretty much the news that I got for fantasy waiver wires this week and all the fizzy facts.
Alrighty. Well, I think that wraps everything up, everybody. So as you guys know, make sure to follow us on Facebook. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. The Twitter now is open. And make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. What?
It's not Twitter no more.
X. My bad.
Put some respect on Elon Musk's name. Yeah.
That's fine. He can throw me some money.
Dad's gonna get you.
That's fine. He can throw me some money. So therefore, X is we're running on there, and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Follow us on TikTok at Balling with the Boys on all of those, and make sure you follow my boy Masters Inc. on TikTok as he's going to start doing some more short videos here soon. So other than that, you guys already know if you ain't balling with your boys, who you balling with?
Ballin'.
I'm out.